I saw somebody struggling with their Title Block Manager today. So it's just a couple of things. Number one, when we want to change the scale on this layer, it's best to go through the Object Info palette, click on Sheet Data, and then change the scale here. Now, at the moment, I can just go Update Scale. Now, if I have viewports on the sheet layer, and they are both the same scale, the Update Scale will find the scale and just import it, which is really cool. So if I just change this one to 350, and I'll change this one as well to 350. This one to 350. I know it's an odd scale. So let's go back to my sheet data, and I go update scale, and you notice it's picked up the 1 to 350 that they both have, which is a really cool trick. Now, because I've selected it through the Object Info palette and only one title block was selected, this information is only going to update one title block, which I think is quite cool. So let's cancel that, and I'll set both of these back to 250. 1 to 250, and this one also should be 250. So then I can go back to my options here, select my title block, let's go sheet data. I don't want to refresh the plot date, but I do want to update the scale, and it picks the 1 to 250, which is quite cool. Now, if I have two different scales, 1 to 350 and one's at 1 to 250. Now, when I go here and I go sheet data and I go update scale, it brings up this dialog box, and I can type in the default scale that I want. So you can have as noted or as shown is the words I tend to use. Now, I suspect that the person who asked the question had ticked on this part here. Don't show this again. Always use as shown. So my scale should be as shown. Now, when I go back to sheet data and I want to update this and change the as shown, and I go update scale, I don't get that dialog box any longer. Now, the reason for that is because I ticked the option to not show it anymore. Now, if you've ever ticked any of those options to don't show this dialog again, what you have to do is go to your Vectorworks preferences. I went through all of these, I reset those two, and I did the reset here as well. And once I'd done the reset here, then it worked fine. So I'm going to reset all my settings. You can see it's all my preferences are reset. Now when I go to sheet data and I click on update scale, my dialog box has now come back. So I did have to do a whole lot of resetting to get that to work, but now as noted has come back, so I can change that if I want. So that's the answer. Sometimes when you tick that always do the selected action, sometimes you wish you hadn't. And the only way to get it back is to reset your always do actions. Hey, I'm Jonathan Pickup. Thanks for watching. I hope that answered some questions. I know it was slightly detailed, but I was hoping that it would answer the issue with that dialog box. Ka kite.